Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Adam Burke from BangTheBook.com coming to you with my Thursday 3-pack video, my 3 favorite plays here for January 17th. We've got one in the NBA, one in college basketball, and finally, one in the NHL. Over at BangTheBook.com, we got a lot of great stuff going on right now, including updated NFL power ratings, predictions here for the conference championship weekend from Danny Vorg's. 58% lifetime now over at BangTheBook.com. You definitely want to make sure you're checking those out. Also gives you projections for the totals and a couple of player props that he likes in this weekend's action. So be sure to check that out over at BangTheBook.com. Kyle Hunter's daily college basketball picks and Parker Michaels' daily NHL picks posted over there here today as well. We've got previews for the conference championship games this weekend. We'll get a UFC preview for this weekend as well. We'll have soccer, college basketball, NBA, more NFL content, lots of things going on over there at the website right now. So please head over there, check it out, support our writers who are doing fantastic work. And of course, we've got these videos all week long on our YouTube page. Just go to YouTube, search Bang the Book, or just go ahead and bookmark this page while you're here. On the Thursday edition of Bang the Book Radio, Brad Powers and Tony George talking about the AFC and NFC championship games, college hoops, and NBA. So those segments right here on our YouTube page once I get those posted. And of course, you can find us on Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iTunes, iHeartRadio. You name it, you'll find Bang the Book Radio there. All right, let's get into the Thursday 3-pack here. As I said, for January 17th, we'll start in the NBA tonight. Game 551, 552. The Los Angeles Lakers on the road to take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is the nightcap of the TNT doubleheader tonight. Thunder favored by 10.5. Total on this game, 226. Life without LeBron continues to go on for the Lakers. And the Lakers plus 3.2 in net rating with LeBron, minus 2.3 without LeBron. So a pretty big adjustment there with the greatest player on the planet out of the lineup for the Lakers. But the big thing is that their significant adjustment without LeBron is on the offensive end of the floor. They are still a top 5 defensive team without number 23 on the floor, but without him, they are bad offensively. Their offensive rating drops by 5.2 points without LeBron James on the floor. Effective field goal percentage drops from 54.1% down to 50.9%. True shooting percentage drops from 56.7% to 53.5%. Now the pace does go up, but obviously they're a lot less efficient on the offensive end without LeBron James. So maybe that hasn't accurately been put into the number here for this total, because the Thunder, despite being top 5 in pace, also a top 5 defensive team. And in their most recent contest, they gave up almost 150 points to the Atlanta Hawks. Have to think Billy Donovan really going to preach defense with his team tonight. And you have to think the team, in and of itself, very disappointed with that defensive effort. This is an Oklahoma City offense that is only 19th in offensive rating, 23rd in effective field goal percentage. Neither one of these teams do a ton from the free throw line. Certainly not the Lakers. Lower percentage of their points at the free throw line since LeBron went out. Also lower percentage of points off of turnovers. So even though they're pushing the pace a little bit more without LeBron, their transition offense not nearly as efficient and as successful as it was when LeBron was on the floor. So you've got two teams that rate very highly in pace, but the Lakers not very efficient without LeBron, and the Thunder should recommit to playing defense here tonight after that embarrassing effort against the Atlanta Hawks. So for game 551, 552, the late game on TNT tonight, I'll take under 226 in the game between the Lakers and the Thunder. We move over to the college basketball side of things here for game 617, 618. Louisiana Tech on the road at Old Dominion. Old Dominion 5.5 point favorite here. Total on this game 129.5. And when you look at Louisiana Tech, since they started Conference USA play, they have really slowed the pace down. 69 possessions is the highest in a conference game for them. Back-to-back games coming up here at 63 possessions for the Bulldogs. And they go to take on an Old Dominion team that ranks 333rd in the country in tempo, according to Bart Torvik, and 339th, according to Ken Pomeroy. Old Dominion 4th in the country in two-point percentage defense. Louisiana Tech doesn't take a ton of threes, at least not some big wide spread of three-pointers. They're a little bit around national average, maybe a little bit above. But when you look at Louisiana Tech and their poor performances this year, most of them away from home. They lost at LSU, lost on a neutral to North Carolina Greensboro, lost at Delaware, lost at North Texas, and then the game at Rice, which was the one that was played at the fastest pace, came right after that North Texas loss. So a little bit of a hangover spot there for the Bulldogs in that one. And I think this total is a little bit inflated based on some recent results. Old Dominion played against FAU, Florida Atlantic, and they won that game they lost that game 80-73. But FAU much more efficient than expected against this Old Dominion defense. And then in the next game with that Florida Swinging Conference USA, Old Dominion playing FIU, that game played at 76 possessions, but FIU, the fastest team in the country in tempo, Old Dominion, one of the slower ones, and that game was kind of played at FIU's pace, and Old Dominion actually happened to win that game, 75-74. So Old Dominion now gets back home, gets back into their element of playing a slower-paced game, and like I said, I think some recent results have kind of inflated the total a little bit for this one. So we'll take under 129.5, game 6-17, 6-18 between Louisiana Tech and Old Dominion. We'll wrap things up on the ice here for the Thursday 3-pack. Game 037, 038 in pucks between Toronto and Tampa Bay. Lightning minus 145 favorite. Total of this game of 6.5. I talked a lot about Toronto when they were on their most recent Florida road trip because the moms were with them. Usually a very strong wagering angle when the mom's trip or the dad's trip comes around. A little bit of an extra kick in the backside for these teams with their parents around. They certainly want to show their appreciation for what their parents did to help them get to this point. Now, it was a tough trip for Toronto. They outplayed Tampa Bay very badly in the first game. They actually outshot the Lightning 49-21, but lost that game 4-1. Andrei Vasilevsky coming off of the injury list, 48 saves in that one, played absolutely terrific, including 15 saves on the 6 power play chances for Toronto. But Toronto was pretty good in that game. They just didn't score, didn't get the reward. Then they went to Florida to take on the Panthers, and they went to Sunrise, I should say, take on the Panthers, lost that game as well. So a little bit of a revenge trip here for Toronto going down to the Sunshine State. That's not the only reason I like the Maple Leafs here. This is the 6th game in 10 days for Tampa Bay, and that's on the heels of playing one of those California swings where you play the 3 California teams. So a lot of hockey, a lot of travel here lately for Tampa Bay. Would expect that it catches up with them against a highly motivated Toronto team that did not play well on Monday night against Colorado. Lost that game at home 6-3. Mike Babcock and a lot of the players after the game saying, you know what, we got to come with a better effort. We got to play better than that. We've hit a little bit of a lull. Well, now they've had a couple days off. They make that trip down to Florida, get away from the local media, just get to team dinners and the team hotel and all that, and simply focus on putting forth a good effort here tonight. So I think with all those questions about their recent play, with Tampa Bay in a bit of a tough spot, playing a 6th game in 10 days here, I like Toronto on the money line tonight in the NHL. You can find them anywhere from plus 125 to plus 135. So shop around for the best price tonight for game 037, 038 with Toronto over Tampa Bay as my favorite NHL play of the night. To recap the Thursday 3-pack here for January 17th, Lakers, Thunder, under 226. Louisiana Tech, Old Dominion, under 129.5. And then we'll take a shot with the Toronto Maple Leafs in the plus 125 to plus 135 range against the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'm Adam Burke from BangTheBook.com.